Hi, it's Ruby. We're back with another video, and today we are heading to Disney's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Disney World. This is my second Halloween party, but my first one at Disney World, so I want to go through all the things I expected and some of the things I didn't expect. Now let's get right into it. One of the things I did expect was rain, but I didn't expect it to slow me down as much as it did. Florida has very unpredictable weather, so if you're getting to the park like we did and it starts downpouring, you're going to have to account for some time to transition into those ponchos. If you don't have one already, and you think it might rain, you might want to stop and try to get one as soon as you can because it's pretty chaotic to get in line when the rain is coming down, and it makes it just a little bit harder in the stores, especially when people are running in because of the weather. So be prepared for extreme weather, and also you might want to ask ahead of time if there is extreme weather, how does that affect the Halloween party? Okay, so next thing that I did expect but didn't really take advantage of was if you do have allergies, they do have an alternative for the trick-or-treating bags. They'll essentially give you a standard bag for those that don't have allergies, and they can go to every stop and get the candy. And then for those that do have allergies, they'll have a special bag. Now the kids will get to go up to the trick-or-treat stand, but they end up getting a coin that they have to cash in for a healthy snack later. So if you have a little one that's a little bit impatient, you might want to prepare them for that. Okay, next thing we were prepared for is if you go on the app, you can actually see all of the special attractions and foods with a Halloween inspired map, so you know ahead of time what's open. This was really cool, so we could plan our day a little bit better, and then also we understood what we could do and what we were gonna miss based off of the time and the amount of things we were trying to get done. Okay, next thing I did not expect was how short the lines were for pretty much every ride except for Haunted Mansion. We waited 20 minutes for Tron, 7 minutes for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and only 15 minutes for Peter Pan. That was pretty epic considering that those are some pretty high impact rides. But that's gonna lead us into something I didn't expect, which is you really only have about 8 hours in the park and it's not a full day, so you're gonna have to make some hard choices. And that choice is, do you end up going on the rides because they're shorter, or do you try to really take in all of the fall and Halloween activities? Now, I can understand if you're local to Florida and you're definitely going to the park all the time, you might want to just skip the rides and do all of the Halloween activities. But for those of us that didn't do that and just were there that one day, we did opt to use the rides because we just thought that was a better thing for our family. Now, I don't regret my choice because we did make time to catch the parade. And because we were walking back and forth from rides, we did try to go through paths that we could see things we wanted to see, like the hitchhiking ghosts. But overall, we did opt for more of a standard Disney experience in the park while they were having Halloween activities instead of hitting up all of the trick-or-treat stations. Now, since I brought up the amount of time that you have in a park, I do have to mention another thing you need to be prepared for. And that is that there are plenty of character meet and greets, and you're gonna have to prioritize which ones you wanna be in. While they do try to rotate the characters through so that people can see them, Jack and Sally's wait was 150 minutes. Now, that was on my list of things that I wanted to do, but because it's such a short period of time that I'm in the park, I didn't feel like I wanted to sacrifice that much time to wait in line. So what I'm saying, especially if you're going in a large group, is you really need to hit up that list ahead of time and figure out if you are going to prioritize characters, which ones are you going to see, and how long are you going to wait in those lines. Now, some of the attractions, like the hitchhiking ghosts, were walk-by attractions, so you could go through and you can get a picture really quickly, or you could try to interact with them for a little while. That was easy, fun, and doable. But when you look at the app, there is just so many activities, like so many, and that's a good thing because they definitely want you to have a special experience, but it does become a thing about what do you want to do and what's the priority, and if you have a lot of people, you might not agree what priorities are top. Now, I don't know if this is specific to the Halloween party, but I have to say something was up with ordering the food and picking it up at several of the locations. I'm a big fan of the mobile pickup app because you can stand in line and order your food, get on the ride, and then go pick it up so that you don't miss a beat. And perhaps because there was specialty items in the evening that you can get at the Halloween party, maybe it impacted the amount of time it took to get your mobile order. But there were a few places we stopped by where it said it was ready for pickup and it actually wasn't. So keep that in mind because it just might be longer lines when you're looking for food, and everybody is super nice and helpful, but you just might have to wait a little longer. The last thing I want to mention that I did expect was a phenomenal fireworks show as well as parade and just Halloween entertainment. The Sleepy Hollow experience, aka the Headless Horseman, is a must-see. And being able to see all of our terrible favorite villains everywhere you go in the park is a really special treat. So overall, would I do the Halloween party again? Absolutely. We definitely enjoyed ourselves and loved being able to get on those short rides as well as experience some special fall activities. All right, everybody. Well, that is all we had for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like our content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've been to the Halloween party this season, let me know what you thought about it. And if you've been to both Disneyland and Disney World's Halloween party, let me know which one you liked better. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.